Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 video with me, Crafty Simulations. Right, today's video we are going into the freeware reign of aircraft because famous Flyer 12 has been added to all of our Flight Simulator 2024 catalogues, and it is the Piper PA-28-236 Dakota. Once again, Crafty Simulations is flying a Piper. So, welcome back, and in the introduction I did say that this aircraft has been added to, as far as I know, everybody's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 virtual hangar, and it is a sort of a thank you for sticking with us kind of aircraft, because asobo and Microsoft, they had to admit that, you know, the launch of 2024 wasn't the best, wasn't the most smoothest, so they did say they was going to release and give out, I think it was 3 aircraft, don't quote me on that, but there was going to be a group of aircraft given out over time as a kind of thank you for sticking with us. So this is the latest one. It's been released or put on people's sims as of this video being made. I think it's been available for about a week, and I was excited because it's a general aviation aircraft, so I'm definitely going to be all for it. So what do we got here? Well, we got another Piper aircraft, haven't we? So let's have a little walkie around this aircraft, and while we're doing a walk around, we'll do what we didn't do on the last aircraft, which was the A28 Aerostar, and we'll actually remove things as we go along because it's kind of important, so we'll get those out of the way. So yes, this is a joint venture between Carenado and Microsoft asobo. So I know Carenado just started releasing newly up-rated to the next level aircraft. I can't remember what terminology they're using, but it's supposed to add more realism to their aircraft. Well, this is not one of them. It is Carenado, but it is not one of those aircraft. So it is a little bit weakened, a little bit watered down when it comes to functionality. But it's still a very, very good aircraft. So we're going to walk around the wing here. This is one of the things I do love now. You can actually check things. It's amazing. I love this. If I can just click on that, please. Can I please? Just hello. Yes, I want to click that bit. No, not the wing. Come on. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Technology. How do you get to this tag? This is going to bug me, people. This is going to bug me. Do I click on that part? Oh, I got it. Right, so can we check flaps? We can click on them, but they cannot. No, they don't work. So don't know why you want to click on them there, but hey, so we can move over to the tail, yeah, and we can do the control surface check, and we can do the rudder. Last time I checked as well. There's a little bit of a graphical interference there, but goes away when you're not clicking on it. But as we walk around, this aircraft looks really, really good. So Piper Dakota, got the usual Microsoft logo. So we can open up and see what's in our cargo hold. Beer probably know if it was me. Oh yeah, we can check this wing as well. So that's all free and working. So we've moved all the tags, moved all the intake covers. I think we can click on here. So yes, we can see nothing. So yes, this is the Piper Dakota, an aircraft that's not featured before on the channel. Many Piper aircraft have, this has not. Like I said, completely free. I never even knew about it. I went on Facebook and somebody said, hey, this has turned up in my hangar, is this correct? And people said this famous Flyer 12, yada yada, it's a thank you from asobo and Microsoft. So cheers asobo and Microsoft, you're giving me a GA aircraft, I'm happy. So let's jump in the cockpit and see what's what. So welcome to the Dakota's cockpit. I think if you've recognised or any flown in any of my Piper aircraft or watched any of my Piper aircraft videos, you'll probably know this cockpit pretty much through and through. It is a pretty much fairly simple cockpit to work out. Pretty much the same layout amongst very, very. I don't know whether it's the next level up between asobo and Carenado, but this is what Carenado aircraft are starting to look like. I mean, they were looking pretty good in 2020, and they looked pretty good when they translated them over to 2024. But this is a bespoke 2024 aircraft. It looks really, really good. The reflections are looking pretty darn good. Obviously, the fact I've got this individual in the aircraft, which is quite interesting. Not clickable fuses, again, I don't expect it to. It is a freeware aircraft. Unfortunately, we are limited now to the GNS 530, which is not my favourite. Because if this was a proper carrying out of aircraft, we would not have this issue, because we would have a little tablet and change that. So, what I will do, if I remember the key code, right, so, flight planner. So we're not going to fly too far from here. We are going to, if I remember how to do this, departure, arrival, we'll do a direct to, this is the first time I've ever used this, if I'm perfectly honest, and I'm a bit of an idiot. So we are going to Wickenby. I'm going to ignore the runways and all that kind of stuff. I think that's correct. So I think if I go send to avionics, that moved. I'm hoping when that all powers up, we should have a route set up. So let's get mixture to come up. I have noticed there's a bit of a delayed reaction with the axes. Again, could be my system. I doubt it. It's the only aircraft that does this. Right, so let's get Trackir set up. Let's get this sent on. And I will say now, it's a very quiet aircraft, even with the window. When the window's shut, the little cat flap there, it is quite a quiet little aircraft. So, stop staring at me, mate. I haven't even got off the ground yet and you're scaring me. So we are going to fly from Humberside here, and we're going to take a little flight back to my local general aviation airfield of Wickenby from Burning Blue Designs. So, mags are set. Fuel system. Set. And clear on the left side, clear on the front, clear on the right. Not to worry about anything that's behind us. So parking brake is set. And we have a good start. Avionics coming online. We shall shut this up. You notice that is a very, very quiet aircraft. And I can't turn the volume up any louder, so I'm sorry to say that it's just a very, very quiet aircraft. Right, anyway, so we will set our climb out, and altitude will be 1,500 for today's flight. Fuel pump can come off. That can come down. GNS 530s. Oh, please tell me the route is being brought in. I'd be really, really happy if it did. I don't like the 530. I really don't. I've seen it so many times. I don't knock the 530. It's a fully working, slightly old now, avionics package. But to me personally, it's it's not the best. No, we're not squawking that. We're squawking 7,000, please. Thank you. So while the GNS 530 starts acquiring its satellites, when I used to fly in FSX days and FS 2004 days, the GNS 530 was the only avionics package we got. There was none of these PMS 50s. The letters GTN and numbers 750 did not exist. G1000 didn't even exist. Oh, it's like the dark ages. But we got the 530, so I've seen it. I don't like it. I sort of can understand it. But the great thing about it is, in 2024, you can pre-do a route with this and then send it to your thing. So I used to find it a pain in the buttocks trying to set up a route. I know it's only a direct to route, but it was a pain, it really was. So I'm glad that is now not a problem for me. So anyway, we're all set. Avionics are all set. Fuel pump is off. Landing lights are off. Anti-collision lights are on. Pitot heat not required. Avionics are set and on. Mixture is there. Is happy. Flaps are down. So let's get rolling, shall we, and go back home. Not very far to get back to Wickenby. It just sounds so quiet. I just don't know. Is it soundproofing in this aircraft? Is that good? It does kind of bug me a little bit, because I do like the sounds of a good general aviation aircraft, and Coronado do make some pretty darn good sounds. I don't know whether this is just because it's the asobo freeware aircraft. Maybe they've lowered the sound on it. Maybe they've lowered the sound on my simulator. Right. So we'll park in our usual position. Right, parking brake set. Right, so flaps are down. We're not going to do an engine run-up test. You know, it's not an A-to-A aircraft or just flight aircraft. We can abuse it a little bit. Right, so fuel pump is now coming on. Landing lights are on. Fuel pump pressure has gone up. Anti-collision lights are on. Landing lights are on. Pitot heat is not required. Mixture is coming up to full. Prop pitch is full. Doors are latched. You look scared, mate. You have no idea what's about to happen, do you? Right, so let's get going out of Humberside. So we're clear on approach. Clear on the runway. Not that there's any air traffic. I don't fly with multiplayers or AI traffic. It tends to get in your way. So all set. Let's go. Airspeed's alive. There's 50. There's 60. Over the hump. 70. Rotate. There's 90 knots flaps coming up. I do like A2A's attention to detail, not A2A, sorry, Coronado even's attention to detail. You've got the little veins there off the wings, and they're shaking and they're flapping in the wind, and it's realistic. I do like that. So we can have landing lights coming off. Passing 12 for 15. We are hopefully going to let the autopilot do some work here. Coming on, altitude hold coming on, and holding at 15, that's good. Navigate, nav hold is not quite responding. Heading hold, and we'll bring ourselves in completely the wrong direction. Typical. Oh, it's a fuel pump coming off, mixture's coming back. Now intersecting with the magenta line. Pulling off heading hold. That's not a nav. Hopefully the aircraft will now fly itself. So, I didn't know anything about this aircraft being released, if I'm perfectly honest. Like I say, I was on Facebook and some general aviation supporters like myself started noticing this aircraft pop up and was like, oh, it's a famous flyer aircraft, it'll be worth, you know, the $12.99 or $15.99 or whatever it is price wise. And then they said, no, it's completely free, it's here you go, it's a gift, it's in your hangars, and it'll be in your hangars, and it'll be in your hangars, and it's all ready to go, and it's a Coronado aircraft. It's a brilliant aircraft, it really is. I mean, like I say, it is not at the level of Coronado's brand new release of aircraft, which are native to Flight Simulator 2024, because they have brought in quite a few new things to make them more realistic. But it is fully acceptable, and like I say, any gift is gratefully accepted by me and the flight sim community. It is a fantastic aircraft. It's, I tell you what, 2024 really did. I mean, the leatherworks look absolutely good. The avionics, the glass, the plastic, it all looks acceptable. I mean, the column, the yoke, it's all battered, which I'd expect for an aircraft of this age. Like I say, we do get the a little, I don't know what they are really. Are they anti-static? I can't think what you call them actually, but whatever they are, they're realistic. Good lighting. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's scary. It's what we accept. I mean, Coronado do make some bloody good aircraft, and even if it is one of these aircraft where it's not totally Coronado, it is a very, very good aircraft. We did quite a few of the famous flyer aircraft for 2020. I didn't really think I'd be carrying on with the famous flyer aircraft. I mean, a lot of them are aircraft that I wouldn't even, you know, I'm not that interested in. Obviously, general aviation is my thing. Says the person who's done videos on military aircraft, helicopters. I think I've actually got, I purchased a helicopter for a future video, and I was flying it today. It's not in 2024, it'll be in 2020 I think, although it could be in 2024, I don't know yet, but anyway, I purchased it, it's installed. I was flying it in 2020, and well, when I say helicopters, I mean I've done general aviation helicopters. This is not general aviation by any stretch of the imagination, it's the Apache, so I don't know yet whether it's going to feature in the channel. I did have some fun, I will admit, I did have some fun in that thing. Is it me, or is 2024 just starting to grow? On me personally, it's just starting to grow. I mean, I know they've fixed things, they've made it better. It's better than it's ever been. You know, there were times when I first loaded this thing, when I first bought this flight simulator, and it was just pants. It wouldn't even load. It was horrendous. Wouldn't even get off the title screen. A lot of people were in that position, you know, they're stuck at 7% thing, they're stuck at 9%, it would never get anywhere. And now it's beautiful. Not at the stage yet where I'm willing to give up 2020, I really am not, but I can see why some people have moved over to 2024 solely as their flight simulator of choice. So I believe Wickenby is off the nose. confirmed by my wonderful GNS, GNS 530? Yeah, GNS 530, that's it. Yeah, totally not liking it. Right, so we'll have the fuel pump come back on, landing lights can come back on, anti-collision lights are already on. Pitot heat is not required. It is a beautiful summer's day. Actually, in reality, it is a beautiful summer's day. Well, actually, it's a summer's night now for me. But this is the first time I've been able to actually really get on the computer because, as we all know, in the UK and pretty much all over Europe, it's been about 58 million degrees. And sitting at a flight simulator is not my idea of fun in 58 million degrees. Right. So, autopilot can come off. We'll fly over the airfield and then we'll start our descent into a right-hand standard approach. If I haven't mentioned it, this scenery, Burning Blue Designs, they created the Wickenby scenery. It's been featured in many a video here on the channel. It is my home general aviation airfield. Here on the sim, on either sim, and it is a absolute peach of an aircraft, a peach of a piece of scenery. It's a peach of an aircraft, if I'm honest. It really is that good. So whilst I'm in the circuit, I'll also say I do believe there's a few repaints on this aircraft, nothing spectacular. The standard amount that Coronado and Asobo put out, usual white and occasional flick of colour on the aircraft. I dare say there'll be some repaints available on FlightSim.2 very soon. There's two variants of this aircraft. The only difference is one has fairings on the wheels, which are those things, and the other one has a non-fairinged version. So in reality that would mean the fairinged version, the one I'm flying today, would be faster. And it actually is true. Fairings do add to speed of aircraft. Right, so we'll have flaps going down at one stage. Start concentrating, and I can't see what I'm doing because there is a very brave person sat next to me. Scared yet, mate? You should be. Right, so we've got 90 knots indicated. Slowing down. Oh, now there's the airfield. Trackir, the life godsend of flight simmers, you know, being able to move your view around. Absolutely really good. A bit expensive, but I think it adds to realism. Anyway, so flaps are down one stage, mixture is full, prop pitch is coming up to full. Runway is in sight, we'll carry on this slow, lazy right-hand turn. Obviously this runway is quite short, not like Humbersides, and we do have the hump to deal with, so if we do get a little bit further down the runway before we touch down, I will be making a go around. So landing lights are on, fuel pump is on, and pitot heat is not required, flaps down one stage. That's going down two stage, and confirmed. Finals. Shot the power too much. So we do want to be landing quite early on the runway. at the pump, on the brakes, and we'll be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Burning Blue Designs Wickenby Airfield. Crafty Simulations, home of general aviation. Right, we'll go take our usual parking position. No one else is going to be coming in. So, this aircraft is completely free. It is the best price plan for anybody. It's available, I think, across all versions of Flight Simulator 2024. Obviously, I do get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It is a small little GA aircraft. I love it. It's fantastic. And makes me just want to get into some more Coronado aircraft here in the new sim. So, parked up. Let's see what the propeller effects are like. Propeller effects are pretty good. Right, so mixture pulled back, prop pitch pulled back, anti-collision lights are coming off, fuel pump is already off, alternator is off, fuel tanks are now selected off, and battery is now coming off. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the freeware, famous Flyer 12, the Piper Dakota. It is a very, very good aircraft, and a big thank you for Microsoft for actually, manning up and giving us free stuff. They didn't have to. They could have just carried on fixing the sim, and we'd have all been happy with the fact we got a sim that worked. But for them to say, here you go, here's some free aircraft over a time period, I think is very generous of them. And I look forward to adding this aircraft to my general aviation catalogue of content. So it is available, like I say, no websites to get this one off or anything. It is available right today in your Flight Simulator hangar. It took me a while to find it because I've got quite a few aircraft in mind now. But I think if you put in Coronado, I think it pops up. But it is there. So, very good and very, very thank you. So if you have any questions or comments about this aircraft or this scenery, of which you will see there, please ask me below. I'll put a link in the description below for the scenery, and I will see you in a future Microsoft Flight Simulator video very, very soon.